G'day friends, Andy here. I've had a few people contact me asking if I could do a 10-minute sequence specifically targeted at surfers. And so today I wanted to do something that's going to be perfect for warming up your body before surfing, but also great for cooling down after you're surfing and you might be a bit tired in your shoulders and your lat muscles. So we're going to be focusing on the lat muscles, we're going to be focusing on our pec muscles, our two big paddling muscles, but also getting our shoulders warmed up, ready to surf. So here we go, let's jump into it. Again, we'll do 2 cycles, so don't forget, first cycle's a warm up, second time is building some strength. We're going to start off down on our hands and knees and press ourselves back into downward facing dog. And so always I start here with a little walk out of the feet, stretching the calf muscles. And we'll just ease our way into opening up the back side of the body. And once you've done a few of those, then we let both heels relax down towards the floor and push into the hands and really grip the mat to try and get the armpits stretching so we're long in our body. And we'll stay here for a few breaths. And then inhale, we'll come forward onto our hands so that our shoulders stack over our wrists and our heels kind of over our toes, and we'll just be strong here and feel our hands be active, rounding the upper back and strong in the belly. And so these are our 2 basic shapes as we move through some movement here. So let's inhale, take the buttocks back, downward dog. Exhale, take the chest forward into our plank shape. And you might even let the hips relax a little bit there as we push back, inhale. And exhale, come forward. Strong in the belly. And we're starting to open up, feel that movement of the pelvis, flowing with the breath. Inhale back. Exhale, forward. 2 more of those. Inhale backwards. Exhale forwards. Now we're getting a nice warm up of the shoulders now. Beautiful. Getting ready to get in that water. Last one. And then let's sit back here just for a moment, another big stretch of the chest. Let's pick up our right foot and we'll step the right foot between the thumbs, take the left foot down, the left knee down, and we'll lift up our hands, reach them up to the ceiling, and we'll stretch over to the right side. So you can see what I'm doing here. Arms are up, and then arms are reaching over to the side, having a nice big stretch of this left side of the body. Staying here for 5 breaths. Try and take big breaths into that left rib cage. And then inhale up. Hands come down and we'll step back, downward facing dog again. And we'll do the same thing on the left side. So pick up the left foot, step the left foot between the thumbs. Right knee comes down. Again, we'll lift the arms up and we'll go over to the left side, this time opening up the right ribs. And these are our lat muscles. These are our big paddling muscles that get so tired after surfing. So getting them nice and active and open and free is exactly what we need so that we don't start to develop any soreness or tightness following a surf. Let's inhale up. Hands come down, we'll push back into a downward facing dog again. And then walking the hands up to the feet. We'll bring our knees down so they're touching the belly, bending the knees. And this time can we take the hands behind the back and open the chest up, reaching the hands up to the ceiling, bringing the belly down to the thighs. We'll take 5 breaths here. And then bring the hands back down to the toes. And we'll keep the hands under the shoulders and we'll walk the feet nice and wide. I'll come around this way so you can see. But having the feet about a leg and a half distance, so a nice big stretch there with the hands still down on the floor. And we're trying to get flat through our back, reaching our buttocks backwards, long through our spine. And from there, can we we'll walk our hands around to our right side first, and we'll take our left hand and pop it on the right ankle. And from there, we're going to try and sit back into our left heel and feeling a beautiful opening through the underside of this left shoulder. We'll take 5 breaths here. And as you finish there, gently release the ankle and we'll walk the hands round in a big circle towards the other ankle. Opposite hand takes the ankle and we sit back into the right heel. And you can feel this in the inner thigh, the groin as well. But the big stretch I'm feeling here is in my lats. Five breaths here. One more to go. Big breath in, and then let it go. Walk the hands back to the middle. Bend the knees, standing up tall. Alrighty, that's our first round done. So we know where we're going. Let's come back into our downward facing dog. Walking out the feet again. Stretching the calves. And then as you're ready, sink those heels down, push into the hands, reach the hips up as far as they can go. Nice big triangle here. And then we strengthen your belly. Let's inhale forwards to the plank. Pause here for a moment. And then push yourself back, downward facing dog. And we'll do that 5 times. Inhale forwards, and if you want to, you can let the hips dangle a little bit, getting us ready for that pop position as we tuck ourselves up and go back. Inhale forwards. This is that little bit of belly and core strength where we get ourselves up onto our feet. One more. And then staying downward dog for a moment. Try and get longer in the arms. Before we pick up our right foot, step it between the thumbs. Left knee comes down. Lift up the hands forward, over to the right side. 5 breaths here. See if we can get a little bit longer through this left side. And what I like doing is taking my right hand and holding onto the wrist and almost pulling my wrist a little bit higher. Thinking about being tall and then a little twist over. And breathing slow and steady. Inhale up with the hands, bring the hands down, stepping back, and we swap over. Left foot steps forward, back knee comes down, hands up. Now the left hand takes the right wrist over to the left side. Taking 5 big deep breaths, stretching out those right ribs. And then hands coming up. Bring them back down around the foot and we'll step back downward facing dog. We'll take 2 big breaths here. Nice big stretch with the front of the body. Before walking our feet up to our hands. Bending the knees, bring the hands behind the back again, stretching those hands up to the ceiling. Big chest stretch. Five breaths here. Keep reaching the hands up towards the sky. And then let those hands come back to the toes. And we'll take our feet a big step apart. Bring our hands down to the floor. Last stretch. Walking our hands over to one side, hanging onto the ankle. Reaching back to the opposite side, so opening up through the inner thighs, the groins, and under the armpit, into our lats. Second time round, maybe a little bit softer. And then letting that go, walking the hands back to the other side. Holding on 5 breaths. Easing into this just a little bit deeper. And then softly walking the hands back to the middle. Bend the knees. Stand up straight. Wiggle those feet back together. Alrighty. That's a 10-minute warm-up for any surfers out there. Also a beautiful stretch down for anyone who is feeling a bit tight after surfing. I hope you've been out there getting some waves. Go and enjoy, and I'll see you again soon.